really kind of bonded you and almost feels like you have an identity now. Is that right? Or?
Well, we're still searching for it, but we're closer, obviously. 3 games in 4 days will do that. You know, obviously adversity will do that too if you handle it right. And I've always said we got a great group of guys. You know, I feel for them in some situations with, you know, significant numbers down, but they've risen to the occasion. Everybody's part of the solution. Guys are playing out of position, different positions. We're looking at different things, different combinations, different styles, and I think that will happen as the season goes along. And the good thing for us is we got another tournament coming up and a big game, obviously, just 3 or 4 days right after that. So all this is about, you know, preparing us for conference play as we go through this journey.
Coach, the last time you guys were in Las Vegas was for the Big West tournament, and you know it was the first time exit. Is there an eagerness to kind of redeem yourselves in that city?
We're just excited to get, you know, to a place where we know we have a good fan base, obviously, and potentially some of our fans can come and family can come see our guys. It's closer for some of our guys, so it's a great tournament. It's a great field. The teams in the tournament are playing really well. Some things we haven't seen, even though we had played 3 teams already. But we're just looking forward to the challenge and continuing to get this group together.
No, and I know it's not the first time you guys have played on Thanksgiving. So do you have like
I remember that. That was a nice day. Yeah.
What do you guys have planned this time around?
No, you know, we're unique because we're one of the, you know, playing on Christmas Day, playing on Thanksgiving Day is not common for any teams, but we're used to playing on Christmas Day. We played on Thanksgiving Day when we were in the Wooden Legacy several years back, I think in 2018 against Utah. Now more often than even when I started coaching, teams are playing on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. So we still try to, because as you know, this is a family program, and celebrate the holiday seasons. We just do it at different days and do an abbreviated version on that day because you got game day routines and things like that. So we had a Thanksgiving kind of meal already. We have a Christmas meal together, celebrate that, and that date is already planned prior to Christmas, so we can focus on the games on those days and do kind of an abbreviated version of that. I guess in this regard, to answer your question, we're somewhat experienced in that.
Do you have a favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Oh, I'm always for the, you know, when you get the sweet potatoes with marshmallows, there's nothing like it. So obviously, you know, the Thanksgiving, the turkey's coming, the gravy's coming, the stuffing's coming, the apple pie, all that. They're all amazing. So it's hard to pick a favorite, but sweet potato with marshmallow is a go-to.
It seemed you kind of knew that Jerome was going to bring leadership and experience and maturity. Did you ever think he was going to give you that much versatility, especially playing out the wing? And
yeah, that's why we were excited about him. But he's, you know, he's a late bloomer in some regard. He dropped 15 pounds. I think his game is still coming. I think his best days are still ahead of him. He's playing with a lot of confidence, and you know, to have a guy come in and be a captain his first year is really difficult. Then to have him really need to step up and play several positions for us is really difficult. And because of some of the guys we've lost, he's one of our more experienced guys, and so that's very difficult. But he's risen to the occasion. He makes plays for us. He can shoot the 3. He can defend different positions. He rebounds. He gives us physicality, and he's a force inside. So appreciate guys like him stepping up in this situation. Obviously, we're going to need guys to continue to step up.
You know, the players we were talking to earlier, Jerome included, were saying they were excited for this, you know, road trip, getting to be in the hotel with the team. What does that, from your perspective, what does that do to be on the road together as a team, bond-wise, just bringing this team together?
Oh, it's awesome. And you know, it's one of those things that we all know. We can say it, that it's a, you know, a stereotype against Hawaii that, you know, the travel we deal with is hard for Hawaii teams to perform on the road. I think we've tried to reverse that mindset and tackle it head on. You know, we've done really well on the road over the years, and I've always said part of that is you got to be balanced and you got to be good and things like that, but you also got to travel well. And we've always traveled well, very professionally, no issues. And it also gives you a different kind of camaraderie that you can still do things here, but on the road, you know, the bus rides, the flights, the hotel rooms, especially as things start to, I know we traveled last year, but we had significant restrictions, so we didn't really feel that road bond that you're talking about. But this is a great group of guys. I really enjoyed working with them and getting to know them better. And so every one of these experiences allows us to just continue to come together.
it's also a double road trip, right? So when you're going off to California playing. So what's going to be like for that? Or
Yeah, no, you got a quick turnaround. Santa Clara's undefeated, obviously doing really well. Had some really good wins. And I think the teams in our tournament, in this Vegas tournament, have done really well. Had some good wins. So, you know, again, just quick turnarounds. I mean, that, you know, instead of 3 and 4, we got back to back, and then 3 days off. Go to the Bay Area and get ready for a tough Santa Clara team. So more than anything, I'm just looking forward to more, opportunities, more growth, growing, opportunities, ups and downs, just see how we handle it. I feel because of the character of this group, and they've already shown that so far, they'll rise to the occasion.
You mentioned a little earlier, but just kind of how crucial are these, these games, these non-conference games to your guys' success going into the Big West?
I think they're always really important. I think everybody in the country knows that. Every team, maybe for us more important. One we talked at length about the guys who are out, but also you forget that Bernardo didn't play last year, that Jerome didn't play last year, that Junior only had a conference season his entire career. Noel and Vaughn really only had a conference season since they've been here, and Kamaka, is learning a new role. So more than anything, and even with the guys who are out, I feel like all those moments every day is going to allow this group to, yes, come together, but every little mini breakthrough is something that can help us down the road. And we still got a good little stretch here before conference starts, but really looking forward to obviously going on the road, this tournament, going to Santa Clara, coming back, getting some good work in because we're going to need it.
Were they, I know subconsciously anything with when you play consecutive games, maybe trying to pace yourself a little bit, and that might have led to some lapses in your team's play?
No, I don't know if you don't want to outsmart yourself, but pace yourself. We're focused on the moment, and then we'll take care of the rest later. So I know we do a good job. Just simple prep, recharge the batteries. You hear us say fire fresh, and kind of go from there. So, back-to-back games are, again, going back to our experience here at UH, we play several tournaments. That should help us. We're coming off a season where we played back-to-back games in the league. For the returners, even the new guys, they had to do something like that last year too. So, and I kind of like that in some ways, just to, it really challenges your team to, we finish the game, just so we talked about in the tournament, look at the things we did well, look at things we need to improve on in a very efficient and quick way so we can get back after it physically, mentally, and ready to go. Their job will always be on quick turnarounds to get their rest and recharge. Our job is to stay up late and get them ready.
A lot of basketball in Vegas with, we were talking earlier, so many events. For the guys, is it something they've talked about, being excited about being a part of, a crazy week of college basketball in Vegas?
Yeah, the good things for them, they didn't have, we had a non-conference slate that was really exciting last year, and then we had, the Diamond Hit Classic, and all those things were taken away. So and even going to the conference tournament last year in Vegas, with other teams having terms, you felt you were part of something special, you were around something special, but you really didn't have as many, as the similar experience because of the restrictions. So everything is about continuing to build the momentum so we can get back to, one, obviously competing, but also giving these guys experiences and making them feel like they're really part of something, and they can feel, obviously it's a great time of the year right now with all these holiday tournaments. You turn on any channel, you see them on, and we're going to be around a lot of that, which is great.
On the court, what were the big takeaways from those 3 games in the Rainbow Classic as far as things you needed to work on in the last 8 days?
Well, I think, we learned that we can play different ways, and we had to. Everything's about an identity. So when you lose a couple guys, you kind of, the blueprint, us sharing the ball, playing inside out, having each other's backs defensively, everybody rebounding, cheering on the bench, things like that, everything team. But the identity had to be redefined a little bit. And I think you saw that midway through the Northern Colorado game where we used a lineup we had talked about, hadn't really worked on that much, but it gave us an identity. We went, Kamaka was a guy who plays the 4, can play the 5, and all of a sudden he's playing the 3. We were pretty big, and Junior becomes that much bigger as a 2 or at times a point guard. And even looking at opportunities again, like I've said, guys are playing different positions. We've learned that we can play big both on the boards. We've learned that we can play man, play zone, mix a little press in there. And so all those reps were really good for us in terms of learning in the moment, talking about, but also watching some film that we needed to watch and things that we needed to correct. So again, I said after those 3 games that, the competitive level has always got to be there. And as guys get comfortable, we'll get better. But there's clear a movement towards playing a little bigger if we can continue to stay healthy and going from there.
All right.
That's good.